I think leadership development in any organization is very critical because what happens is you have a lot of systems and processes and multiple things that we build in the company which can always be intellectually designed and which will intellectually be implemented in an organization. Now that will give you a result for a period of time, but if at all you want to sustain an organization's performance, then I think you need to have a right culture in the people. And to get the people with the right culture and completely aligned to the goal of the company, there is a need for an external intervention. And I think leadership development program is very critical in building a right culture in the organization, which I think will sustain organizational performance on an ongoing basis. I think right from the beginning of our organization, we were set up in 2000. And as soon as I got the initial team, we got Pragati leadership involved in the leadership development program. And I think the idea at that point in time was to really build a company with people with the right kind of mindset and the right kind of culture. And we said, let's use Pragati leadership in making sure that at different points in time, whatever culture we wanted to build in the organization is actually achieved. So ownership, accountability, innovation, teamwork, a lot of these things were required at different points in time of the organization, and we got Pragati leadership involved in this program. We got all the relevant leaders into that program, and it was a great thing because it was an external company which was evaluating the good and bad of the organization. At times when we tried to do it internally, we are already biased and we possibly don't do a good job. But Pragati leadership saw it independently from all of us. It saw it and benchmarked what other organizations which have done well have been exhibiting as behaviors. And it started telling us stories about what kind of culture and behaviors resulted into what kind of outcomes. And I think the people in Pragati leadership who conduct these leadership program are so effective in the way in which they convey this message. I think it was a great impact for a lot of people within the organization who attended this program, and it made a big difference to our company as well. I think from an impact perspective, I think whatever training we underwent, whatever leadership development training programs that we undertook with Pragati, I think it gave a lasting impact in terms of what we wanted as an outcome. So at one point in time within the company, we wanted people to be accountable. We started growing as a company. We started going from one location to multiple locations to multiple countries. And at that point in time, it was very difficult to centrally manage all of these operations in the same way in which we were managing our operations from one location. I think the training program done by Pragati leadership actually helped us to build accountability, which was one of the outcomes that we wanted, so that people across the organization in different locations are equally accountable as what we had in a centralized unit. Similarly, I think teamwork and actually being together. So whilst we started spreading ourselves into multiple locations and geographies, we still wanted one team. And we didn't want to lose the people and say that Intelenet Philippines is very different from Intelenet India. And I think some of the programs that we undertook within Pragati leadership helped us to continue to be a one-team organization. So I think as an impact, from an organization perspective, there are different things that we expect from the people within the organization at different points in time from a growth perspective. And I think the training program really helped us to get us the relevant outcomes of the program. Now, the fact is these programs have a benefit for a period of time, and then I think there's a need for us to get another training program done. So we have seen that a good training institute like the Pragati leadership, the impact of training lasts for a longer period of time. So I would still think anything between 6 months to 1 year, if there's an impact lasting from a leadership program, then I think it's good enough. So I think what we've done in the organization is to ensure that at different points in time we get these programs initiated for different groups of people, and I think it results into the desired outcomes that we want for the organization and the people within the organization.